And we should be live.
Gonna refresh it.
Are we live, Ian?
I don't see anything yet. Okay. I don't see anything.
You don't see anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the suckage we do here.
Channel. Refresh it again.
Well, I see it live now on my dashboard, so I'm going to say we're live.
Oh, it does say that on your dashboard?
When I go to my channel, it says live. Live now. Go to my channel, dude.
I'm on hot.
Refresh.
Hot rod.
Yeah, see, look, there he is.
I guess it did take just. It took a minute or so.
I'm not gonna change. I don't know how to change the channel numbers, the episode numbers. So there's two 144s.
Yeah, when I just have it as a default name because I have my key as a reusable key. So all I have to do is hit stream on OBS and it'll make a new video every time I do that.
We'll get this all ironed out next week. So sorry for the hiatus for both of our listeners.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Ian
tried to do
got
this
the
on my
syphilis.
computer. Oh yeah. So I guess we'll go into that. What has it been, like 2 months now since we've done?
I don't know, but you're still screen sharing me, and that's too much me.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't need three me's.
Oh, you know you like seeing 3U's.
Nah, I don't like seeing me even in my thoughts about me. It's like when you watch porn and the dude's got his head blurred out. That's how I see me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, I was definitely ill.
Yes, he was. He had the bubonic plague from fucking, and he recovered. So
No, I got a disease which normal kids get, which is mono.
it's really weird for a 30-something-year-old man to get a kid's disease. Do you eat some tainted candy out of a van, Ian?
Well, I've been doing a lot of getting a lot of work done at the dentist. I think it's maybe I could have gotten something from maybe like something that they didn't fully clean off or something maybe.
I mean, they usually sterilize stuff, though.
Yeah, I know they sterilize it, or my parents think maybe it's because sometimes I'll drink out of the water fountain because they have a water fountain in my apartment.
Oh,
It
yeah.
could have been that.
That's like putting your ass on a toilet seat that you don't know. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're the dentist. Like anything, it's like a surgical. They put that in an autoclave, and you shouldn't be able to get anything from that. I would think, unless they're so bad that they just put a tag over it and said, "Sure, it's done," instead of even touching it. Which I don't know your dentist. They could do that. Anyway,
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, I was still getting a little blue spinny. I'm still getting it. I'm still getting it. Something's going on that's not done. But I'm not getting any lag, right? Everything's pretty much real time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, enough boring technical drivel.
Yeah, like if you don't know, like some of the symptoms of mono is like my eyes were kind of yellowish. I had yellow skin. I had like orange pee, like
Ew.
live wire Mountain Dew orange pee,
Ew.
and
Ew.
I was throwing up. I could barely get out of bed because it felt like running a marathon. I was like breathing heavy just getting out out of bed to go to the bathroom.
Ugh. Sounds like
Yeah.
So you were like jaundice?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly.
Ew.
Um.
When I had pink eye, I had viral pink eye, not bacterial pink eye. The drops just made it worse. Um, I had my eyes were seeping, and it looked like live wire dripping out of my eyes. So even though I wasn't contagious, I could return to work. I showed up wearing sunglasses, and I took them off and told the boss, "Look at my eyes," and they said, "Yeah, we don't want you here. Go home." So
Yeah. And
anyway,
I was like always sweating. I was either sweating or shivering to death. Felt like I was gonna die.
yeah. So the
And
moral of the story, kids, is don't kiss strange women. Just don't do
yeah.
it. Girls, don't
Um.
let naughty boys kiss you, especially boys named Ian. I almost had an
Right.
I almost had an Ian drop ready. I emailed it to myself and forgot to cut it out. It was one of the original Fallout playthroughs. There was a guy playing, and he got Ian as a companion, and Ian, I don't know if he was shooting him or doing horrible, so he was pissing him off. He's like, "Ian, what the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
So I almost cut that out and emailed it to you, but I forgot. So anyway, been a
Yeah.
month.
I've been okay for a couple weeks now,
Uh
but
huh.
it's probably like I got 100% like a yeah, about a couple weeks. I was doing a little bit better a few like 3 weeks ago, but
Then he had things
we
to
just haven't
do.
been on the show.
He
Yeah.
he's been
Well,
too busy to talk to
I've been
us.
busy.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He's been out there living his best life.
Well, I said we could have done it Saturday, but you're like, nah,
No,
I hate
nah.
doing Saturdays.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Cause see, Saturday is different from Friday because Friday I'm already coming home, and my wife's already tired as hell from work, so she goes to sleep. I come in and do the show. I sit up late, and then I go to fucking bed, and we're done. Saturday, I leave the fucking house, and I go somewhere. Like, say I go to the in-laws or out to dinner with my parents. Or now I gotta all of a sudden have to stop what I'm doing, make sure I come home, like make an appointment to come home, and then, just like tonight, shit doesn't go right.
Oh
So I
yeah,
hurried
bro, it
up to
didn't go
get home
right
by
today.
8, and for whatever reason, we're fucking around with shit until 11:30. So it eats up my whole goddamn day,
Yeah.
and I have to, you know, because I go out, if I'm going out somewhere with my wife or whatever, I'm not the only asshole who's inconvenienced. I'm inconvenienced saying, hey, I gotta go home and do a thing, and why? For fucking nothing, really. So, no. I won't do that. I've done it a couple times. It's always a fucking headache. Because I don't go anywhere in town. Nobody I know is in town. Like, I have to go fucking away, and I always have to leave early. Like, if we go to dinner, oh, I can't stay for dinner. We gotta do the show at a certain time, so I have to be home. And no, it's not gonna do it. It's gonna do it on fucking Friday. If we can't do it on Friday, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. One thing that sucks is that you get home so damn late, man.
Yeah.
Feel
Well, I
bad.
mean, I don't get home that late. It's just I have to. There are things we have to feed the dogs, and I have to eat because it is like 6, 7 o'clock by the time we get all that done. So I have to eat. But like today, I got a haircut after work, and so I didn't even head home till 5. No, well, 6, because I got my haircut at 5. I tried to get my haircut right after work. Work ended at 4:30. My barber's right down the street. For whatever reason, that fucker's always got something scheduled at 5. So I can't do 5. I could do 5:30. You want me to fuck off for an hour? Literally, I like drove there, got out of my car, and sat and looked at him cut another guy's hair. And then he called me over to his fucking thing, and I sat down. And then after that, I left. And that was 6 o'clock by the time I left. So, and then I had to go get food, and then come home. And by then, it started eating. I'm like, fuck, it's 7:30 already. I try to stop everything and start getting ready for the show at 8, which didn't happen. And I'm trying to make this a short episode comparatively. It's like saying subjectively, because I bought a new video game, which I'll get into, and I want to play it some more. So that's catching up on me.
Okay.
We're. I don't think we
Well,
should. Go ahead.
oh no, you going?
I was gonna say I don't think we should try to cover everything that fucking happened while you were gone, because I kept emailing myself shit, and then I realized this is not gonna be relevant at all by the time he comes back. Like I even have one.
No,
I had one headline that's like this premieres next week, and I'm like that's been like out for a week already. No one gives a
oh
shit.
yeah, yeah. You're talking about all the news.
Yeah, all my
That's
headlines
true.
and stuff. Whoop.
Well, some of them I did decide not to do because they like changed or aren't relevant now, you know, or it's totally different.
Um. Okay, I hate to be an asshole. Um. Can you talk with the audience for 5 minutes, whatever, while I take my dogs out?
Oh sure,
Okay. I apologize, people. Now that we got it fucking working, I'll be right back.
sure. I'll show them what I've been up to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Uh, so what's going on, guys? What's going on, huh? Yeah. I doubt that you guys are gonna even notice, but we're actually doing this on Frank's channel. We're streaming it. That's because I couldn't get the window capture for some reason on OBS to work right for some reason because I was trying to window capture. Uh, well, originally we tried Skype because I downloaded this NDI Skype plugin for OBS, and I was able to successfully capture Frank's Windows. See, the hard thing with this whole streaming thing is we're doing a podcast with like two people, so and our goal is to basically uh, have Frank's window on one side and my window on one side, because there's no like automatic like switching or whatever between the two. That was the whole idea between the dual windows, and um, otherwise we'd have to Frank or I would have to manually go in and click on each uh, main window, whoever's talking currently, and it's definitely a pain in the ass. But yeah, there's unlike Google Hangouts, uh, which did have like an automatic switching whoever voice came up. OBS doesn't. You basically with OBS you have to do everything manually, which is good and bad, I guess. But depending on how you look at it, it's good because you have full control over everything. But bad for us lazy people, I guess. But so I was with the NDI plugin, that the Skype plugin basically is I was able to get Frank's window captured, but uh, I wasn't able to do both mine. Have my camera displayed for Frank because he wants to be able to see me on the camera, and have it be able to display the camera on uh, what's called a device capture. I think it is on OBS, so I could have so you guys could see me on there at the same time. But I guess for some reason the camera can't do both things at the same time. I don't know why it can't show for Frank in Discord and in OBS for some reason at the same time. So I don't know what's up with that. Um, and so I figured I would just go back to the old way and try to either I try to do a window capture in Skype. I was just trying to capture, you know how we normally do, just like a screen share with Frank. I was just trying to. You can have the option to just capture, you know, like Firefox the Firefox window or the Discord window or whatever application you have open, and for some reason it was just showing up black, and it was doing the same thing on Frank's thing for some reason, which might be leading me to think that it's like the new, because we both updated to the newest OBS on there, so it it could be a problem with the latest thing with OBS. I don't know. Um, and Frank's able to get it working on his channel for some reason. Because he did a full. I think he's doing like was doing like a full screen share or something on there, most of the show. So yeah, um, yeah, and also my computer is having problems. My computer restarted like 5 times because it's been overheating lately. I did a full. I switched out my whole NAS build. I haven't my FX build. I haven't started putting together my newer Ryzen build, and so I'm still on my older FX build, which is I'm mainly using for my NAS right now. But I switched out the case and I put in my uh, uh, AMD 480 graphics card in there, and I put an SSD in there, and then I put a new power supply in there too, and also I put in a like a newer air cooler. I had an Arctic freezer air cooler. It was like a four heat pipe, and then I tried to upgrade it with the Cooler Master, which was 6 heat pipes, and it's more of like a cube. The thing is massive. The air cooler, it's like a cube basically, and I thought that it would do an even better job at cooling it, which I mean it it didn't do the other one didn't do like that great of a job, but it for some reason this one is doing even worse. Like if you just go above like 70% CPU usage, it starts to overheat for some reason, and the computer will turn off. But the other computer, it was or the other air cooler for some reason uh, it did a little bit better than that. So I don't know if it's. I mean, it's the same motherboard, and the other components should have made the performance better. I don't know. The only thing I could think of is maybe the case isn't the airflow in the case isn't as good, but it's more open and it has a mesh front, so the air performance in it should be better, honestly. And I have a good a path I have a push pull configuration. I have a couple fans in the front blowing in along the motherboard, and uh, the the CPU air cooler that's blowing towards the back too. So I don't know. It should be like a straight air path. I don't know. I might have to go to my old air cooler. We'll see. Um, yeah. And so like it was restarting a bunch of times. I had to wait for it to actually. I took the side case off of it, and um, I even opened the door to have it be cool a little bit cooler in here in my apartment. And I had to wait a couple minutes for it to cool down. So because I kept trying to restart it, and then it would turn off after it logged into Windows. The good thing is now that I'm in an SSD, it doesn't take forever for it to start up like it used to. Because yeah, like I have a lot of programs on here, and I guess it takes a while, like on a mechanical drive, to boot all that shit up. I mean, it's definitely not like how the mechanical, like when I first put a mechanical drive in there, and like when you first install Windows and it's like fresh or whatever, it doesn't have anything on there installed, I guess. But I'm rambling on. What else? I haven't been. I just been spending a lot. I just been spending a lot of time on, uh, like with my girlfriend and stuff. I've been getting some work done. I, oh shit. Yeah, I was opening up. I decided to open up my 3D program here. I was gonna show you guys what I've been working on. Okay, hold on. Let me let me find my 3D model I was gonna show you guys. Where is it? Electronics, computers. Okay, here we go. LED. I did a revision of uh, my LED fan ring because I was making my own. Um, Let me see. Uh, okay. Uh, okay. Sorry for the dead air, but let me do a screen share. Okay, so yeah, you guys can see. This was my original design here. This was my LED fan ring, and the LEDs were gonna go along the inside of this thing here. I had the LEDs modeled on the inside, but then I deleted it because I didn't want to keep them in this file for some reason. But basically you bolt these onto your fan on the outside or whatever, and you'd have a bunch of LED lights on that. But it's a little bit on the thicker side, thick, THICC. So I made this revision here, where it's a lot flatter. This one is about 10 millimeters thick, whereas this one is about half. It's about 5 millimeters, and I checked the Fantex LED ring, and that was about 5 millimeters. So it's about the same. And basically, I was able to get the LEDs to be flat here. So basically, this is going to be like your plug here, and then this is going to go to. I'm going to have wires going to like one of these LEDs here, and this is like an LED strip that's cuttable in each section. So each of these is going to get glued in here, and then yeah, I'm gonna have to wire up each individually, but yeah. So yeah, it'll be nice.
Did I miss any fun?
Well, not a lot. I was just telling them about my computer problems, and I was showing them this revision of my LED, my RGB fan ring here. I was able to make a flatter version by putting the LEDs flat on here and cutting in each section, and then I'll have to wire up each little LED here.
But is it any cheaper than a Halo?
Oh yeah, it would be cheaper.
Cheaper than $10?
It's just a hell of a lot more work. That's the only thing.
I'd rather pay the $10.
Yeah.
Well, sorry I took so long. I took my dogs out to the potty, and the one, if I take her out without a leash, she thinks I'm trying to play with her, and I'm trying to get her to go back in the house and go upstairs. So I take her on a leash, and when I take her on a leash, she tugs me up the stairs to where I almost ripped my arm off having to unlatch her leash and take it and put it on the first step. So it's there when I come back down, I could take her out again. Well, I let her in, and she was tugging on me, so I'm like, okay, I can just let her go, and she'll go upstairs. Wrong. She,
Wrong.
Yeah, she just, time to play, and I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. I told him 5 minutes. And I tell her to come upstairs, and she ignores me. My wife says, come on, go back to bed. She hears her heavenly voice and runs up the stairs. So it's not hard to see who's the favorite. So I understand. So apologies for being so late there. Uh, anyway,
Okay.
so
Do you want a shotgun? What you drinking on here?
oh yeah, go ahead.
We won't even do the music. Fuck it.
Huh?
Uh, we won't even do the music unless if you want it that bad.
Yeah, I want it, man. I'm jonesing for it. Come on, I'm hard already.
You're hard already.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't give a fuck.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
All right. So what are you drinking on?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give a little bit of an explanation.
Oh
One of
no.
the things that I had to watch out for when I was sick is doctor told me that it's best to stick to things like Gatorade or ginger ale. I've been drinking a lot of Gatorade. One of the other things that my doctor told me that happened to me when I did have mono is that my actual liver and spleen were inflamed,
Ooh.
and so yeah, he said like if I got punched in the gut, that shit could have exploded.
Ouch.
Yeah. So I guess one of the good things on that is I kind of decided to cut back on like the Mountain Dew a lot more, and I just been drinking a lot more like Gatorade and stuff. And I do drink some of the pineapple Fanta still, but maybe like I drink one of these here or there, you know. And I just
Right.
been trying to stay hydrated with a lot of toilet water. So
Yeah, this past
Yeah.
week I drank a couple of orange juices with lunch and stuff because my wife's had like a head cold or something. Trying to head that off. So today, well, I just killed a Mountain Dew the Cyclone or whatever the hell they call it from Speedway.
oh yeah,
In
I finally did try that.
in this bad boy. I also, this is my mug that I usually have for the show. Let me
Yeah.
like I've started to sticker bomb it because this is from my work and I don't want any assholes knowing where I work. So I sticker bombed it and like my most recent sticker is from Fallout. It's gonna be reversed.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a notification you get. It's like you are over encumbered and cannot run. Because that's my playstyle. I got so much shit. I'm like, I guess I am over encumbered now. So I finished that. So I cracked open Game Fuel.
Oh.
And
Red
while
one. I don't think I've tried the red one.
it's not that good. I probably because I don't have any ice in here, but yeah. And then I found while I was getting that Speedway beverage, whenever I go into a convenience store or gas station, I pop in to see what things they have in the cooler, and they had
Uh, Interesting.
the Merry Mashup, the cranberry pomegranate flavor.
And you said you had that?
At Speedway they had it.
Oh, they have it already. Yeah, and March they had the Christmas shit out before Halloween.
Yeah. Well, the limited edition Halloween Voodoo Dew or whatever the hell, I had one case of it, and then it was just a couple bottles here and there, and I'm like, mother. I had to put it on Facebook. Anyone know where I can get it? And they're like, Family Dollar's got it, and I went and I got 6 of them, and they were gone the next time I went. I was like, motherfucker. Like my Dollar
Yeah,
General has a sign, like they have a display for it, a cardboard cutout, but nothing in it.
Oh man.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I still have some cans of it because I had gotten a case of it before I got sick.
Well, I got a case thinking, well, I was afraid it was going to be like the Mango Heat Game Fuel. Like, I got a case of it going, Game Fuel always tastes good. Mm-mm. No, I just drank my last can of that. That shit took me like a year and a half to drink.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
Well,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I forget. forgot what I was gonna ask you just right this second, but what did you have for dinner? I actually went over to Panda Express. So I haven't been there for a while.
Well, normally Friday night was my Taco Bell night, but I've been doing like other things, like going to Little Caesars because you can get a pizza and a 2 liter for $7, $8, and breadsticks for with it makes 12. So
Did that finally bring the beef back? Because we probably would have done an article on it if we were here.
the what?
I guess supposedly they had a meat recall or whatever.
Oh, I don't
Got
eat the
that
meat
from
anyway.
them.
I just get cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck.
You don't get the chicken or anything?
No,
Because you could do a chicken.
I get
chalupa,
well.
I
They
think.
don't have that in a hot and ready. See,
Uh,
if I go into the store to like get it, I get a hot and ready, which they never actually fucking have hot and ready. So I get frustrated, and I go, I'm ordering on the Portal app because if you use the app and do the Pizza Portal pickup, you can just skip the line, just go in, get it, get the fuck out. Well, I went to do that last time, and there was, did realize there was a special if you do an online order and enter in a code, you get free crazy bread without sauce. So that just ruined their online ordering. It was just down. So I had to go in and talk to people. I hated it.
yeah, I want to try that Cheetos chalupa or whatever.
Cheetos chalupa. What?
I forget if it was like Cheetos or if it was Doritos.
Um. Oh, they had a. Well, they had a Cheetos taco for a minute. They've had that for like ever at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But last time I went to Taco Bell, I looked at the what's new. Like I always look at what's new because like nacho fries or something. And no, birthday Baja Blast freeze. It's a Baja Blast freeze with fucking nerds in it. How the hell is that a birthday? I don't know. I didn't get that. I got I don't get anything because like I said, Speedway sells Cyclone, which is basically a Sangria Blast. So I stopped there first, get a drink, and I got that Mountain Dew there that I either drink tonight or tomorrow, and then I got my wife lemonade freeze that they had, or not lemonade, pineapple freeze. And I ate everything except one burrito. I had 7 items. What the fuck is my problem? And now I'm figuring out if this works. I hope this doesn't look like ass when it comes down to it. But would you like to get into battle stations?
Or you mean video of the week? Or
Oh.
do you want to do video of the week after Battle Station? Because you had mentioned for your video of the week kind of does a run on with the news.
So, yeah, sure. So battle stations first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle. Station.
Hold
I
on.
guess
You'll guess what?
I'll have to look at my own battle station. I'll have to, since you're not doing a screen share on here.
Well, I
I'll
will
have to
be.
pull up yours.
I'm gonna try here. Hold on. Hold on, dog. Oh, I hate you floating thing that says I'm not done yet. Okay.
Yeah, you can make different that help with that shit, so you don't have to set it up. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm screen sharing to you, but for those at home, I'm display sharing to this screen because I can full screen to it.
Yeah.
So let me
Well, if you double click your screen thing in Discord, it should make that the main thing.
well, yeah, but I can't I'm not going to go back in and edit the browser cuz like I have to put in different websites and shit. I'm just going to keep this up. So, same difference.
Okay.
Who gives a shit? So anyway, So here's the first one I picked. I like the colors.
We're going with yours first.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, we can go with yours. I just have to find the thing. I have to find the shit. Did you email it to me?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's in Discord. The Discord.
This is, we can't have nice things. Hold on, let me...
Yeah, you said you didn't do it because
God.
it was like before.
Oh, God damn it. It's doing the flashy thing I told you. It hops all my windows around. It's like my taskbar on my main monitor is being fucky. Because I... You still there?
Yeah.
See, it's acting like something needs to close, and I don't know what. Is it taskbar? I don't want to do that. I don't know. Well, anyway, you screen share and make it full.
Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay.
So hold on, if I double click you, it'll make it the main focus. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, in Discord.
This is... Please bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Me either, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Hold on. If I do this, can you still... Am I still showing you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was trying to open my task manager, figure out what the hell is locking up. Oh boy, it's something in Vivaldi. Let me go ahead and close Vivaldi real quick. Because I'm not screen sharing any of that. I'm just screen sharing you, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I was telling the audience before the specific window capture when you try to specifically do just like Discord or just whatever program. I think that's a bug with the because we both updated to the latest version of OBS.
Yeah,
I think there's a bug in there.
I don't fucking know. Well, my secondary monitor, for whatever reason, just decides to go all fucky.
Yeah.
And like act like it's shutting off and back on and make everything hop around and make me have to go, wait, I can't do anything. So I don't know what the hell is something like my wallpaper is not loading on this screen. Even though the taskbar is there. That's fucking weird. Oh wait a minute, my taskbar and the other thing's gone now. How odd. Anyway. Go ahead and discuss what you like about this one.
Yeah, I just like how the screens fit together pretty good, and I do like the car theme.
Yeah, they committed to the Joker thing.
Yeah, they definitely got the Joker theme, and despite what you think, I do have another Joker one on here, but that wasn't the original theme. It was just like I was going for green and purple when I first saw this first one.
Mm.
I was like, maybe I'll try to go for a color theme here.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the tower is interesting. I'm not sure what case there.
Oh, you don't know what that tower is? Is that what you said?
No.
It's a.
Yeah.
I think it's an
No,
Inwin.
I don't know what. Yeah,
The
I think you're right.
well, if you go to the subreddit water cooling, like you know how on battle stations every desk is a fucking IKEA with Alex drawers. If you go to
Yeah.
water cooling, every fucking build is that exact model of fucking Inwin.
Nice.
But yeah, and also that's a big ass mouse pad.
That is a big ass mouse pad.
And that desk is deep too, because look how big that tower is, and it still has room for all that shit.
Yeah. Well, that mouse pad. That's not a. What do you call those? Like a full desk pad or whatever.
Uh huh.
Um.
I mean, it looks as wide as mine, but mine's half as deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't they like more skinny where it just goes across your mouse and your keyboard?
Yeah, I think that's the one like that. Linus was using in the video as like a blanket. Linus's blanket.
Yeah, it was like a rug.
What the hell do I? Like all my taskbars are gone. Let me. While you're talking, I'm gonna try to open up like a. Display Fusion, because that's where my taskbars are from. So, but yeah, what do you know about this setup here? Like his, you know.
Well, I mean, I just appreciate the time and effort it takes into making monitors like make a bigger picture like that, because I'm sure that you have to mess with like offsets and stuff, but because of the bezel and everything.
Well, there's different ways. Like, you could do an image where it spans it across all the monitors, but then I don't know. Like, I don't. Because with mine, like, you can change how it's like your monitors see each other. Because mine are obviously not all touching each other the exact same way. So like, getting, when you pull your cursor off of one screen onto the other, getting it to line up's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, as far as the image goes, it almost looks better like if you have the bezels would be covering up the picture instead of the picture trying to continue off where the last pixel ended, because then it looks like they're all like or whatever.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to open my browser up so I can have it minimized and behind me. And it's spinning around thinking, so. God, I love the internets.
Yeah. Yeah, my Chrome was, when I had opened up 12 Chrome instances.
Well, see, I didn't even
I only
have...
have one window open.
Well, yeah, because it makes an instance for each fucking plug-in or whatever. I didn't even have Chrome open, though. I had Vivaldi, and it said, hey, this Chrome thing's on. I'm like, that's not Chrome, but whatever.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to switch to that Vivaldi thing.
I mean, that's just something you can do. Close this thing out. I don't need that. Okay. Sorry, just closing out windows I don't need.
Okay. Well, was there anything else that you had liked about it? Do you want to speak on his headphones there? Because you're
I mean, it looks like... They look like Razer headphones because I can't really tell.
Oh, those don't count then, right?
I mean, I don't care. I've never actually heard Razer headphones. I can tell it's like I said, it's an in-wing case. I couldn't tell you which model.
Yeah.
Probably the 11, whatever the hell it is. It's real big.
I mean, Razer makes really good gaming stuff, but yeah, like I know a lot of audiophiles they stay away from the gaming headphone stuff, right?
Gaming.
Game.
Always trying to find the sound.
Gaming.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, another Joker theme.
Yeah.
So that's his.
I was zooming on this one a little bit.
Is that his router in the front there?
I don't know.
Like, I want to like it, but it's so hard to tell what I'm looking at. And like, this one didn't try as hard with the screen. Well, I guess that's three different image. I guess that's one image made out of three. See, it doesn't like from. You have to look at it hard to tell that it's like one continuous image.
Yeah.
But plus, he's got icons and they're huge and ugly.
Huge.
Huge. And he's got a Razer mouse, Razer, keyboard.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good for what you can tell. I just can't. It's.
It's a bit dark for the shot at least, you know.
Right.
Well, it's not bad.
No. What's your third one?
The third one's this one.
This one?
And this one is kind of like a green and purple too, you know. I mean, there's other shit in there, but huge. Zoom out a little bit.
Sorry, I forgot I closed the email that had all my links in it, and I gotta put it in my other window. A lot of purple and green, even though it's not the Joker.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for, and I saw this and I was like, I'll throw it in there, even though it's not a Joker.
That's a commitment to the color scheme.
Yeah.
And they put the speakers above the monitors. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Oh, these here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can really zoom on this one.
Yeah. It still looks crappy, but
Yeah. Hey, well, that's the thing. People think, oh yeah, it has a lot of megapixel in the camera resolution. That makes it the best then.
Yeah. I mean,
what is that like a? What was that from?
I don't know.
That wasn't Thundercats, was it?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know.
Or Gundam.
Okay, so is that all three of your stations?
Yeah, I like this one the best, honestly.
It looks, I think, the best. Go back to your first one. I mean, I can tell what kind of monitors those are, though. And
Those are those pretty good?
The bottom one looks to be an LG one, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the higher refresh rate and all that, and the other ones are just tertiary. So I mean, that last one looks good, but I can't, just like the second one, I can't tell what the hell I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, you mean this one?
Yeah, it's all muddy.
Yeah.
Like those could be 24-inch, ViewSonic, whatever's.
They're smaller than the case.
Well, yeah, but that could be the Inwin XL or whatever. That's a big ass.
Okay, yeah.
Because look how much space there is between like The radiator isn't even touching the fucking graphics card. That's the vertical one that's on the side there. Usually if you got a big ass graphics card, it's hanging out over top of everything, so I don't know. Looks good, just eh. And then, well, if that behind him looks like a router too, so I don't know. Does he have two routers? Is that a switch in front? I don't know. Like when you scroll down?
Lit too dark. Oh, you mean down here?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I don't. Oh, I think that's. Is that like another computer or server case? Cause is that handles on there?
I don't know. What you
think
get
those are
points taken
handles
away because you
on
can't
the
tell what we're looking at. If you gotta go, is that a? No, you don't know.
Or is that a thing for your feet, maybe?
I don't know. Okay, you want to see my pieces of shit?
Yeah, do you want me to load this up? Because I have to go into the email.
Well, hold on. Okay.
BS. Yeah. This one was it, right?
This is the first one I had. I just zoomed in.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you, so are you showing that to everybody too?
Yeah, I minimized the Discord and pulled this up.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind it having to share your shit, but not your shit, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, am I screen sharing with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so either way it should work, but anyway. But yeah, I like the colors in this one.
Yeah, the colors are nice. You got that, the blue and pink.
Yeah, it's like a teal, maybe, kind of. Like,
yeah.
And they got, their LEDs, matching with the wallpaper, matching with their backlight behind them. I think that's a vape pen, but I'm not going to hold that against them.
It's got like an 80s style,
Yeah, that's probably what they were going for, a vaporwave or whatever. But like, the thing
is that like the 80s coming back, man?
I mean, I guess.
Like just like this, not like clothing style, but like maybe like design and stuff or something.
Yeah, the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And like the music and everything, like the synth wave and all that. Excuse me. See, vaporwave is.
You can't go wrong with Neo Tokyo shit, man.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Like the vaporwave thing is based off of vaporware. It's like a play on that.
Yeah.
Don't waste time listening to us talk about it. Look it up on YouTube. They do entire video series on these subgenres. Like, there's a guy I've seen, his entire channel is just spending entire videos discussing the different subgenres of metal. Grindcore, post-grindcore, neoclassical metal. So the same with like, there's, synthwave is, it's all play on the term new wave, because new wave, I guess, punk / early pop punk / shit that got on top 40 at the time, Like yeah. Billy Idol became new wave / Talking Heads was new wave. Blondie, I think, was new wave. So vaporwave is like right in that same vein. Synthwave is like 80s, keyboard music. And
yeah, I said music, not kitty.
Yeah. And then like when you got the visuals like this, you throw in a bunch of glitchy effects and stuff to make it look like a VHS dub that's been taped over 1,000 times. Nothing against this guy, but why is his graphics card in such a low slot?
No, that's not good, man. You lose performance.
I mean, depending on if it's only in an 8X, that's not that bad a difference. I have the page up where they actually discuss it. I'm going to see if it's in the comments.
I've heard, like, even if it's like a 16, if both are 16X, some motherboards don't like it or something.
Well, Gamers Nexus did a thing about it. It really, performance-wise, you're not even going to notice the difference. Because I was like, well, if I move my GPU around I do have more 16X slots because I have a motherboard for Threadripper, but mine is funky. There are a couple 8X in there for whatever reason. Well,
Yeah.
keyboard, switches, case, colorful. I'll
One
be up.
thing to keep in mind too is you don't always have to do like a vertical GPU. If you have a long enough extension, you could put it anywhere then.
Yeah. It says I'll be upgrading from a Vega 64 to RTX 2080 Ti. I'll have to ask him what is your reply. Is the GPU a slot? Reply. Just out of curiosity. I mean, I liked it because it looks nice, but what if? And then coming up next.
See, I'm sorry, but my Discord takes up like 20% of CPU usage, man. They got this shit too bloated.
Yeah, right. I mean, but so far it's working. So
Yeah.
hush, little Ian, don't say a word. Whatever you do, it's a fucking turd.
Well, I can't. I can't understand. You're a robot now.
I was singing. Don't worry.
Oh fuck.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, dude, I was fucking.
Oh, okay. Right. So what do you think of this?
Like, what is that?
Well,
No, I mean, like, what's the background? Is that like?
I mean, it's a
Oh, is
cityscape.
that like a Neo Tokyo?
I believe so. And then see, he's got a spaceship above the acoustic panels there.
Oh yeah.
Got some kind of geometric lamp thing over to the left of his speaker, and I think a game controller. Looks like some kind of figurine on top of his power supply.
Yeah.
And then like what do they call that? The captain CPU block. It's where the tube comes straight out of the middle.
Yeah.
And then one of those Nixie clocks, which is kind of cool. I really think I'm thinking about getting myself one of those RGB mouse pads, but like, if I do, I'd have to decide like if I really like what kind, because I wouldn't be able to match up to Aura Sync, I don't think.
Oh yeah. Did you see Watch Gamer Nexus's RGB bloatware test?
No, I'll check
Yeah,
that
he
out.
did a test on like the different RGB software that uses like a lot of performance and stuff, especially like when you're in game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the worst offenders on there was like IQ. I think.
Makes sense. I mean, before it was like 4 or 5 programs, and they stitched it all together. I'm sure there's some performance loss in there somewhere.
Oh, when you like have a lot of components and yeah, you're using a shitload of different RGB software. You said yeah, that it has a noticeable effect on your FPS actually. And he said about the best advice he could give is that you stick within the same brand as much as you can.
Right. I did Asus for everything except my keyboard, because I mean, is there even a way to get an Asus supported keyboard?
I don't think so.
Right. So
Asus, make a keyboard.
now this one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it, but I decided to throw it in here anyway. So it's got an ROG monitor, those RGB speakers. It's just that when you got that much RGB and like LEDs everywhere, it makes everything like kind of hazy. So I don't know if his lens needs cleaned off, or if he's got like, fumes floating around like it's really humid. I don't know.
Fumes.
But I mean, it looks nice.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
But
I've noticed that neither of us have had anybody with any crazy expensive speakers yet.
Right. Well, like, because all the good ones I've seen, like, I was like, man, what are those speakers? That's all they got in there. Like, the desk is
Yeah.
literally pieces of wood they screwed together, and they have a
Yeah.
laptop. Now, I gave 4 because I wasn't sure if you were going to have a ringer, like, if you were going to use one of mine, and I had to come up with a bullshit one to pull from. So I just did 4 because fuck it, it's my show, too.
Yeah.
So the fourth one I have, once it loads, fucking
What's
weeb.
that green light on there?
Well, it's
Is
a
that underglow?
no, it's a that's a Corsair case, the one with the crack in the front that's got an RGB strip. And I
Yeah.
don't know if it comes out of the bottom, but it's the same. It's that strip is green.
Oh, okay.
I don't
That's
know
like
what.
a spotlight.
It's probably pretty fucking bright. Um, and it looks like he has my mouse except the white version, which is the LG G600.
Oh, okay. That's a racing chair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold that
You know
against
what's
him.
you know what's funny is I went with my girlfriend. She to the car dealership. She ended up getting a Jeep today,
Mm-hmm.
and they had some of the chairs there where you could where you go up and talk to them, and you could sit up at their desk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They have a place for people to sit while you talk to them, and they had a couple racing chairs there.
Well, I mean, because it makes sense though, because they're cars.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was interesting because yeah, they I haven't been to a dealership in a while, and yeah, they have racing chairs now.
Nice. But yeah, this one was just a nice little, for what it is. You can't see a lot of anything. I like how really dark everything else is, to where it looks like there's literally nothing else but this chair and table. They're like
It's
in
a
space,
spotlight just on you.
right? Well, it's because his prawns are so bright.
Yeah.
And he has an AOC monitor, which is what one of mine is too. Yeah. And as much as I love
Yeah, they're
LG,
pretty good.
the AOC monitor I have never actually goes out. The LG one's the one that's all fucky. But yeah, so
Oh man.
I like it. This one's not my favorite, but I like it. Um, I don't know which I like more. This one.
I like the first one.
So this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just like how they were able to coordinate everything.
Oh, they did a really good job on the coordination.
All right. Now, do you have a video of the week you want to hop into before mine?
I do, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me full screen you.
Okay. I do have two that are related. It's like a part one and a part two.
Oh no, you only get one.
That's the same. It's the same thing. I mean, you can really just have uh, just talk about it, you know. Oh, did you want me to share mine then?
Me, yeah.
Oh, I see how it. I see. Oh, whoops. Um. All right. Um. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I thought I copied that shit. I have to make sure to mute this.
What's up, everybody? Well,
Mm.
Okay, so basically, this guy 3D printed out some computer fans, and he was testing out the performance of them. He was comparing them to some Noctua fans.
Yeah, I guess Nacho gave him a shit ton of fans, so every video he has is something about Nacho fans.
Oh, you've seen this guy, Major Hardware?
Yeah, I've had a video or two where like he did a radiator with like 20 like little 20 millimeter like itty bitty fans, like their size of quarters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then basically, the hard thing about doing this was the fact that he had to like take material away and sand these fans down because otherwise they'd be kind of off balance, even though the design was perfect and 3D printed.
Hmm.
They're 3D printed and everything. Uh, so he used this little device here to balance them because they would, uh, if it was off balance, it would turn like a certain way or something. I don't know. So you have to fix that, and then he was using this thing that would go up to some crazy RPMs or whatever, like an RC motor thing.
Hmm.
Uh, that would go up. I think at the max voltage it would go up to like 16,000 RPM or something.
Oh, there's the video I was talking about there. 21 cooling fans
Oh yeah, this one here.
on a 280 radiator. Yeah, like he couldn't find a bezel for each of them, so he literally just used a piece of felt and cut out. I think it was a piece of sheet foam, and he like cut out each one of the fans.
Well, what was the synopsis on it? Did it do better than this larger fans?
I think because it was supposed to be like which is more important, fan size or quantity, and it I think it still comes down to size because like it would have worked, but it's stupid and hard as hell to hook up that many damn fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did another video where he 3D printed like a fan with like 30 blades.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that too. But before I get to that, he had it spinning so fast the plastic started to melt and it drooped like that. Um, yeah, and so he tested different performance and like the different ratings and stuff. I don't know all the technical stuff about the airflow. Like what is it, the TRI or something?
Hmm.
What's the performance that they measure? Like when
I don't know.
how good a fan does or whatever.
I do not know.
Um,
I think it's
But
the
yeah.
cool factor.
the cool factor. But yeah, he tests different fan blade numbers and stuff. And what was surprising was,
Is this
that-
logo a pot leaf?
I think so.
No, he's wearing a Michigan shirt earlier. I was gonna say no, he's a Buckeye. It's a Buckeye leaf, but nah.
Yeah. Yeah, he tests a 3 blade and then the standard 7 blade and then like a crazy 30 blade, which is basically then it's like a solid disc almost.
Right. You gotta wear eye protection.
Oh yeah, he has his spinning really crazy where it's not even safe to be like around it almost. And then yeah, it ended up kicking off the thing and went flying.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, this actually did about as good. It moved about as much air as the 7 blade design, which was interesting.
I mean, look at that other video he's got there. The two massive 200 millimeter fans. I mean,
Yeah.
all he does is fans.
Yeah, he does a lot of fan testing, I guess. Oh, I probably should save it for another video of the week, but another video things he did that was really interesting was he water cooled an air cooler,
Yeah.
which he basically turned the air cooler into like a water block, like a ghetto rigged water block, and then he actually air cooled a water cooling block, and he used some crazy high pressure, like air, what do you call those? Just like pumps for air.
Mm-hmm.
An air pump.
I mean, I guess.
He had it going through crazy psi, and just with like Well, he put a radiator in like a bucket of ice, but then just had water going through the tube, or hey, he just had air going through like the tubes that were sitting in the ice water. So it was like the air was like really cold inside there, and then he was just having some crazy psi blow through it. An air compressor. That's what I was thinking about. He used the air compressor to have some really high pressure air go through the cold ice, and it was blowing through all the little channels of the water block, and it was able to cool it down just about as good as a normal air cooler. So I thought it was interesting because he did it reverse way, both ways, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, what about you, good sir? What's your video of the week? Which, by the way, we never played this.
It's the video of the week.
Well, sir. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hold, please.
We're now a little over a week
Oh, okay.
into Fallout.
Okay. Am I still screen sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, gonna have to hop into some brief news here without going to articles just to discuss. Everyone knows I'm a huge Fallout fan, and
You're real faithful,
yeah.
especially after hearing this.
Okay, shh. Shut up, Ted. So, anyway, the community is really interesting here. Okay, so Fallout, the Bethesda has launched they're gonna launch a DLC that was supposed to come right around now, but it has been delayed until some point in 2020. That's bringing back NPCs and all that, and more dialogue and quests like that, and different gameplay. So right now, though, they launched a subscription service that gives you unlimited junk storage, not actual stuff that like weapons and armor and stuff like that, but junk and scrap, which is actually quite a good amount of my inventory. So what you get, the features you get are unlimited junk storage. You get their in-game microtransaction currency, and you get that, and you get up to like I think 1650 units of their micro transaction currency every month. You get emotes and icons or avatars, whatever you want to say, and outfits for your character, etc., etc. You also get a tent for if you're trying to fast travel. It's like a little survival tent. In case you can't, for whatever reason, you can't, like if your camp is another place and you don't want to move it, but you're also in a place where you might die.
Oh no.
Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of people are toxic about it, and you're seeing a huge backlash. So everyone says.
I think you forgot a major feature too.
That it costs money?
No, the server part.
The what?
The server part.
Oh, you get your own private worlds, but the thing is, they're not a server you can host. You're paying for them to host the server. And while you're doing that, the private worlds aren't really private. Like, anyone on your friends list can join. At this time, there isn't a feature for you to block people unless you remove them from your friends list, which is a pain if you got a bunch of friends. But the thing is, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the article I had was Fallout 76 premium private servers are not private, and it's Scrapbox deleting scrap.
Yeah, that's the other thing. People put their scrap in it, and first it was a glitch that it was hiding stuff, but it was still in there. Then it was actually no, it's deleting it, but they were gonna try to get stuff back for players. Um,
So are we getting deja vu back to the beginning of this Fallout 76 with the bugs?
well, see, that's the thing though. This is a whole brand new thing for them to launch, and I mean, everything's gonna be buggy, and expect us to be the beta testers. That's just how game developers are gonna be now, because they're trying to rush shit out and give us content without letting it sit for 4 or 5 years and get scrutinized. But anyway, the whole point of this video is this is a video by Juicehead, who I think I've shared his videos before. He, just he basically does Bethesda games. He does like Fallout, Skyrim, and similar games. He did a whole thing on The Outer Worlds, which is a similar game that I actually purchased as well. But anyway, so the subscription service for Fallout is Fallout First. And him being a Fallout YouTuber, since it's a monthly prescription plan, he went ahead and got it. I don't know if he signed up for a year or just a month. If you sign up per month, it's like $12.99, $13.99. And if you sign up for a year, it's $100. So it actually comes out cheaper if you get a year. And
yeah.
And the in-game currency, if you take the amount of currency they give you a month and you divide it by what it actually costs if you bought it, it's actually cheaper than if you just bought the currency itself. So, okay. And I mean, yeah, you could earn it, like, when you start the game, you actually earn a lot of the in-game currency easy, like, just when you start off, but like they said, later in the game, I'm level 20-something, and I only had, like, 40 points in it.
Oh, okay.
So, like, and I don't, my thing is, I don't do a lot of questing. I run around and just kill stuff, and, if I stumble upon a quest and it's something I'll do, sure, but, like, I don't go out of my way to find the quests that, like, the main storyline, I haven't done any of that. I like to fuck off. And, like, this is, my main hindrance, I showed you my playstyle over encumbered. So I was like, well, a box to hold all my junk. I have, your stash that they give you is not, that holds everything, is not unlimited. It can only hold 800. So mine's full. So I'm carrying around, my character can only carry 200 pounds before they're over encumbered, just based on their strength and all that. And I was at 500 last time I played. So if I'm getting chased by something, oh shit, I'm being chased, and I'm having to wait, and I'm having to wait, and now I can sprint a little bit, and now I have to wait. And I've been over encumbered since the beta.
Yeah.
Everyone else fast travels to locations. I can't do that. I haven't fast traveled since the beta. That's a year. So
Well, here's a question: are you gonna? Is this? I know why you got this, because you're just gonna be in a server by yourself.
well, no.
You're really social.
No, no, I don't care. Like, eventually, see, that's the thing. He discusses in this video, which I advise listeners to check out. He's actually very knowledgeable on, like, not just the official stuff, but rumors and speculation. And he's educated. He was not philosophy major, philosophical. I don't know. He was very educated, and he throws out stuff that he studied, and I enjoy his commentary and his thought, because he's got different insight than a lot of people. Obviously, it's not something that just Bethesda said, okay, we're just going to take money from people. Everyone speculates, yes, that it's because the microtransaction store is not doing that well, because originally it's not going to charge a thing. Once you buy the game, that's it. All DLC's free. Well, yes, but maintaining, research and development and creating stuff isn't free. So, they thought they would be able to, survive off the in-game store. Well, so that the parent company and their, investors are like, no, we want to do this. another YouTuber actually did a video where Elder Scrolls Online their format was exactly the same. You get the exact same number of in-game currency, and you get all these other things that are exactly the same. But people were outraged about this, including the guy who did that video. Well, Juicehead here, he's actually, he's not a fan of it. Excuse me. But, he's not a fan, but...
He's not a fan of this paid thing?
No. He's, he doesn't like the idea of, pay to win, basically. It's the direction they're going and surviving off microtransaction. But that's the way that game companies are going to be performing for now because they're not making money off of other things. So they figure, the kids are doing their mods for free and not buying any in-game skins, so they got to make it, even juicier. Well, I wanted it because the private worlds kind of interest me because the future mod support is eventually coming. Well, you're going to need private servers because, if I have mods on my server, but another player hops on and he doesn't have them, it's going to be fucking retarded. So...
Well, I'm confused here. Is this... Because I thought it was... They said that the servers were... like, they would go offline and you basically have to restart shit, like if the person who was hosting it wasn't there or something.
Well, okay. If a Fallout First member starts a world and other people log on, if a Fallout First member is not there, then the world goes away. But if another person doesn't have to be the one who created it, if another Fallout First member is there, then the world will stay there. Now the thing is, I think a lot of these rules aren't set in stone. I think they'll probably change shit later, which is another reason I wanted to sign up, because skins and all that stuff that you get now, like, people were, they're only giving you this one classic skin, big fucking deal. At first, sure, but every month they might give you something different. And
yeah. Well, they're charging because the actual connection and everything is like, probably they're using like their servers and stuff to make it like a lot better, right?
Well, like a private server, like before private servers were actually announced, they had, if you're on a server long enough, eventually it'll just kick everybody off to where you're the only one there. And like multiple people have, shown that that's true. Like, Juicehead did it to where there was just one other guy, and he found the other guy and said, "Hey man, can you just, sign off the server because I just want to test something out?" And he's like, "Sure." And, he did, and everything was less laggy when it's just you, which some people might like. But, like you said, at the moment, your friends can hop in if they want without being invited, so I'm sure they'll change that at some point because that's something people want. But the other thing is, as much as there's a supposed outcry about, how bullshit this is, it's selling really well. Like, the monthly plan, they said the monthly plan is selling better than expected, and the yearly plan is selling as good or a little bit better than expected. And they just announced it a couple days ago. So they think the thing is, the people that are butthurt are rabid, fans who are putting up YouTube videos where they're all pissed off.
Well, yeah, because I heard like even hardcore fans, they were really mad about it.
Well, yeah, but the other thing is, where you're going to hear this, it's just like, Facebook. It's, if you go to Reddit, it's a pure, built-based group. Well, if the hive mentality is, against something, then if you come on and say, no, it's not that bad, you're going to get downvoted to shit, and all the, it's shit votes get up, or posts get upvoted, and that's all you're going to see. So, of course, he's like, the people, he's like, you don't have to actually read anything to find out that it's doing well. He's like, you just hop onto a server, you get a little tag next to your name that shows that you're a Fallout First member. And you don't have to have that. you can change it so it doesn't show, but people put it on there. And he said, you just get on any random server. He's hopped on multiple, because you can get on a server, see other players, and then leave and come back to another server, and you'll see 25 people that have the little badge that shows they paid, the either $13 to $100, and no one's bitching about it. So,
yeah. Well, a lot of people are still of the mindset that, like, Fallout wasn't good since like Fallout 2 or something, like that.
Yeah. Oh, like your buddy,
like, the other company.
Your buddy, Dennis.
Yeah.
That's him. I'm under the mindset of, I'm all for giving them a chance to do things and seeing where this goes. And I had extra money that is going to be, since it's a yearly thing, yearly is actually better for me because this was like holiday money, like money I didn't really need. And
you'll be set for the year then.
Yeah, I'm set for a year, and then next year, if I happen to have the extra scratch, I'll sign back up. If not, you can cancel anytime.
Yeah.
So.
And I think a lot of people are, they're thinking that like the private server things, that was like that's like all you're paying for, and that's like the main feature, but that was one of the features you even forgot to mention.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, like when the update, the thing he pointed out is that they have an update vlog or update log that they post. Whenever there's incremental updates, what they did and what's different. Well, the reason they did that is because several years ago they changed stuff without saying what they did. And the community got mad, so they said, sorry, we're going to be more transparent, and we're going to post an update, list of what happened. Well, their latest updates, they didn't even address the Fallout first existed. They just, posted all the other updates and ignored it. So they're back to their old shit. So,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing where they go.
People don't realize that if you're an early adopter, if it's I don't care what it is, if it's hardware or software, you're technically a beta tester for it,
I mean, in any game, like I signed up for the beta, and everyone's like, I can't believe we paid $40 for a half-ass game. I said I didn't pay $40 for a half-done game. I paid $80 because I got the Tricentennial edition, or I didn't get the No, I did get the Tricentennial. Oh, the other one was the Power Armor edition. That was the one that came with the actual Power Armor helmet and shit, and I didn't have the money for that. Now scalpers bought them all, but no.
People are like, well, this is a giant company with tons of money, but it's like, look at Google, they're still fucking shit up.
Yes.
Which, I mean, like, we can't even get on. We barely fumbled our way into getting Frank to live stream this shit with trying to find a Steam key and everything.
And we don't know if it'll stream key. And we don't know if it's going to even work. By the time this whole thing's done, we can come back and it'll be like just a blank screen with us talking for 2 hours.
And if you watch a show, every time it's always bitching about Google or messing up the show,
Right. I mean, but yeah, this gives a little more insight, a little more. He actually sat down and wrote a script and read from it, so he did a lot better on this than I did. I'm just spitballing, discussing what he talked about that I agreed with, and I go, well, yeah, like, like Floyd and everyone, when and Doug especially, when 76 came out, oh, it's trash, it's shit. I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it. I'm
Floyd's enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, he got it cheaper, and he plays it sometimes, not as much. I mean, you can get mad at Bethesda all you want. Their next several games, they said they're going to use the same engine. So, but...
Well, hey, if nobody was buying their shit, there wouldn't be a Bethesda.
What they said, just like they said about Skyrim, we'll quit releasing it when you quit buying it. The other thing about this video is funny because like I said, he's a big, Fallout and Bethesda player, but he also, since, New Vegas was everyone's favorite, he also did a series on the Outer Worlds. So if you're watching this video, you'll actually see that, like, while he's talking, a lot of his game footage that's on the screen that's not relevant to what he's talking about is from the Outer Worlds and not even from Fallout, which I actually bought myself this past week. Here's the armor you get, like a outfit you get if you sign up for Fallout First.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a throwback to Fallout New Vegas outfit, which that was another thing. A lot of people thought they were going to release like a re-release of Fallout New Vegas for like the new engine instead of the old one. No, they're like, nah, fuck you. We'll just give you a little outfit. So a lot of people are mad. I've seen so many videos where people are pissed off, but whatever. But yeah, you can see how it's similar. First person, running around with a gun.
Yeah, wasn't there a new thing going on with the Outer Worlds? I heard.
What, a new problem?
No. I remember I saw an article just tonight when I was looking. I figured that you would have it though.
Oh no, I don't. I bought the game and I said cool, and I started playing it. I put 2 hours into it, and I'm like, oh, I better stop now because I didn't have those 2 hours to play that I did. I was so tired the next day.
Yeah.
It's fun.
First, has Floyd gotten to play the game, and like did he talk at all about the subscription yet, or?
Oh, about First, he thinks that's bullshit, but he's been on that same camp. He thought it was stupid, but then he bought the game anyway.
Yeah.
Because he got it cheaper than I did, but but we don't really know what their long-term goal is for what they're going to actually do. I would like to see other stuff happen, and if it sucks, I'll just not re-up next year. But anyway.
Well, I mean, you're enjoying Fallout though in general before you even bought the subscription. I mean, if it continued the way it was, you would have kept playing, right?
I mean, yeah, I just, I'm actually kind of happy because now I can put my scrap in a scrap box and be able to walk around not over encumbered.
Yeah. Now, can you play other people not in the private server or whatever? It's like, so you have all this crazy amount of scrap against people that have it was limited then?
Well, I mean, like that's one of the things that, like, people have been saying for a long time. Oh, it's all about managing your scrap, but I'm a hoarder. That's my problem. All it does is there are people who don't have the addiction to scrap that I do that can just run around without being encumbered. So I don't know, but it's fun. Do you have some articles you want to get into? Because it's already 1 a.m.
Yeah. Well, we can skip that article because we already talked about that then.
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me minimize this and get back to blowing you up.
Okay.
In the face, blow your face up.
Okay, so have you heard about this yet?
What is this? What is this?
What is this?
Who this? Oh, well.
Yeah, this happened while we were gone.
Well, Blizzard, I remember the whole. Okay. We'll just address BlizzCon, the whole BlizzCon thing. Or what was that guy's name? In the player that supported Hong Kong. What was his name? Was it BlizzCon? Thought that was his name. Anyway, basically a user that was some
Blitzchung.
Blitzchung. Okay, well, he was supportive of Hong Kong, and since Blizzard is primarily backed by China, they made them do something. So they they suspended him or something.
Yeah, so he made a reference to the company handled who voiced support for Hong Kong protesters in a post-match interview. Blizzard banned the player Blitzchung for a year, stripping him of his winnings and cut ties with the casters who were interviewing him. And people were pissed about that. So they took away all of his prize money, and then
Mhm.
they like banned him for a year, so he couldn't participate for a year.
Like he had done something vulgar other than speak out against a people. But
Yeah. Now I don't know like all this stuff that's going on with China or whatever, but basically they're trying to get Hong Kong to be free from like the government of
okay,
China or whatever.
you don't know the deal. Let me explain. Okay, Hong Kong for years was not under rule. Was that you or me?
No, that was you.
That was my phone. Okay, so anyway, so Hong Kong for years was not under control of mainland China. Uh,
Right.
they were under control of the UK, right? Is that who I'm
Yeah,
thinking?
Britain, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, they were when they relinquished control. Hong Kong was pretty much a free state with more, democratic rights than mainland China, and they, agreed to give them these rights for 50 years, I think, or something like that. And after that, uh, China would take them back. Well, now they're so used to having that taste of freedom that they don't want to, be under control of China because I think everyone knows that, the Chinese are a little more strict with everything, and you're more likely
Yeah.
to not have representation and to just be taken away and disappear than you would if you had, a little bit more liberal freedom. So they've been protesting and getting in trouble and, you know, attacked by police, murdered, I think, even some people probably. So,
Yeah,
to,
there was actually a case of I mean, they got pepper sprayed and the normal stuff, but there was even cases of live ammunition.
I mean, we're not old enough to have been there during the whole Tiananmen Square protest, but I'm sure you've heard of it.
Oh yeah, that was like really bad.
They're running over people with tanks, and
Yeah.
they're, in our generation, this is as close as we're probably, hopefully, only probably going to get to see something like that, and it's really, I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong in it, because that's, you know, people feel strongly on both sides, and to be a company and take a stance one way or another is a very powerful decision. And when you side with, a country that's trying to fight, when you side against a company that, or side against a country that is trying to, fight for democracy and freedom, um, that's not
Well,
good.
basically, yeah, they're basically seen as shutting down a person who was speaking for human rights.
Yes, human rights, free speech. That's all. You know, no, you don't get that in with our company. And a lot of American patriots, were like, nope. I saw people burning their Blizzard games.
Oh yeah, people shut down their accounts and everything. There's tons of like
Oh,
posts of
Facebook was full of
deleting
people
accounts.
setting them on fire in barbecue pits. And
Yeah.
the thing is, this happened right before BlizzCon.
Yeah.
So,
So they eventually they backpedaled and they gave him back his prize earnings, but they only cut it down his thing to 6 months because they said he agreed to something not to do anything political or whatever, you know. And then finally at BlizzCon, I guess the president finally did. He did like make an apology because they're like, "Oh yeah, money."
yeah, we like money. Oh, if you guys like human rights, but you don't want to give us money if we don't support human rights, well, we like them human rights. Give us your money. Give us your fucking money. I mean, wasn't it last year when they were like, y'all got phones? I mean,
Yeah, he said Blizzard had an opportunity to bring the world together. We moved too quickly in our decision, and to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk with all of you.
Sorry we didn't talk to you guys about it.
But before that, their official response was, well, it had nothing to do with China, and that uh, he, he he went against what he agreed with, which was talking about something political,
Well,
no matter what it was, you know. And
you're just gonna look like a villain, just like I hate to say this again, like Trump pulling out of Syria, and they said, well, how could you do that to the Kurds who fought alongside for us? And he's like, that has nothing to do with us. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
He said he accepts accountability for the move, but did not announce any additional change to the company's response beyond what it announced a couple weeks ago, when it halved the ban for Blitzchung and returned his prize money and set suspensions for the casters at 6 months. And yeah, that's the thing too, that the people that interviewed him just got some side blows there, and they got fired.
Yeah, how dare they, talk to a guy who said what he felt.
Yeah. So I mean, that shit was I mean, I know it's a little bit, like they said that it wasn't because of China, but I mean, it's pretty obvious, that shit was on purpose, especially when they fire other people like that.
I mean, they're already recovering from the Diablo Mobile bullshit, and this was right before BlizzCon, and also right before the new Overwatch came out.
Yeah. And I'd like to point out too, a lot of games developers, companies or whatever, they're a lot of them are partially owned by, or funded by China or whatever, but
they stay fucking silent.
Yeah, well, now it's began like a dog pile. Like Riot said, they'll never ban anybody for voting for human rights. Now it gets to be just piling on Blizzard now.
Well, it's all it's like I was just saying about how Reddit is, a hive mentality. Oh, you guys like this? Well, then fuck that guy who ever did that thing. Think about the whole Epic Store. Oh, Steam doesn't give shit to their developers. Well, we give everything to developers. Fuck our, profits. And everybody's gonna jump on that same bandwagon.
Yeah, I mean, Riot is partially owned by China too, and so I mean,
they just gotta stay silent and not be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Just keep their head. It's like the NFL and NBA players. Just keep your head down, play some games, don't talk about nothing political. Shut your fucking mouth. I don't know if you pay attention. Somebody for the NBA made a comment about Hong Kong, and the NBA does a lot of business in China, and they said, "Fuck it, you'll never come back to China." And LeBron James said, "Couldn't you just sat on your hands for a little bit there, man?" And that got backlash. But yeah, that guy cost them money. I mean,
they even did a South Park thing with Winnie the Pooh or whatever.
Oh yeah, because the guy in China, everyone thinks he looks like Winnie the Pooh. So
yeah, that's heavily censored there too. It's definitely
well, the internet's censored over there. You have the internet light.
Oh yeah, the government's really sensitive about their feelings getting hurt.
In China, you get the that when the iPhone first came out, it's like it's not the sorta looks like the internet. That's what you get. You don't get the internet. You get the looks like the internet. It's kind of the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
or don't they have like all timers built into the showers in China?
I don't fucking know. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of timers,
yeah.
What's your next story?
What my next story is, this one. A couple of these, by the way, are going back to a few weeks ago because that's when we were gone. But Sean Layden departs Sony amid reconstruction, fusion, and potential power struggle.
Don't know who that is. Don't care.
Yeah.
Sony Pony. And Doug's not here. Who gives a shit? Next.
Right. Well, it was just there's a lot of shit going on with like their since they're PS5 is coming up, you know.
Don't care.
Let me close that. I meant to. Okay. Okay. Hooney Pop and other adult games facing removal from Steam Store. So we're back to this again.
Well, it's updated.
Yeah.
The following is a list of developers and games that are known to allegedly receive email. I mean,
So I guess they're yeah, Steam went kind of back to taking some stuff back off.
I thought they were, fuck it, we don't care, put whatever on here.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with the this.
There was a company called Lubisoft. That's funny.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. Next.
Alright. Yeah, I went to the gaming articles first.
I noticed. Oh boy. Yeah. Everyone who watched Jay's 2 Cents got this.
Yeah. So you remember Tunnel Bear? That happened again.
Well, the thing is, it isn't that this happened, it's that they will admit it happened. But it took a while for it to happen. Why didn't they admit it?
Yeah.
Why am I allowed to log into your VPN, but it's not your VPN, it's someone ghosting your VPN? Shouldn't that be locked down a little tighter than it is?
Yeah. So a lot of these tech reviewers are, you know, they get things called sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
That give them money besides what the stipends that YouTube gives them nowadays, right?
Yeah, the adpocalypse money.
Yeah. And so they do their own self promotion, or they get their money other ways, and they buy various tech companies like VPN services like NordVPN, and so like I think Jay was getting Nord, and then Steve was. Jay said he said that they suspended. Steve said that they suspended, but if they fix their shit, they'd be willing to work with them again, I guess.
You don't
And
say.
I'm not sure what other tech guys had them. Do you know anybody else that was talking about it?
I just saw Jay and I go, huh, okay, and that's all I care. I don't use Nord, so I don't fucking care. I mean, I care.
I know Floyd does.
Yeah,
I wonder what he would have to say about that.
Yeah, you can ask him.
But I mean, it just sucks because you hear how great VPNs are. You know, it's like
yeah, and you kind of need it.
VPNs.
I mean,
going to
certain
shit, you know?
certain places need them. You know, like if you're reporting on anything in China,
Oh yeah.
you can't do anything. But there's a YouTuber I follow. He's in China, but he has to use a VPN.
Yeah.
So
It just sucks. Hopefully they do get their shit straight, like Steve was saying. You know.
that'd be nice.
Well, he was saying that what they need is people to go through their shit that's like a third party or whatever.
Yeah, this would be interesting. But next.
But next.
It doesn't affect us, and we're under time crunch.
Oh yeah, what was this other one about? NordVPN's user password exposed and mass credential stuffing attack.
Huh.
So I guess this was something newer that
That still doesn't affect us. Gotcha.
was related. I guess it's a little bit worse,
Right. Second verse, same as the first, a little bit better and a little bit worse. Oh boy.
Okay, let me open this up on the Firefox because for some reason that my dark skin on that stylus or whatever's been working on. But I was trying to find an actual news article about it, but I found this, and then I linked Steve's video, and I remember I sent you a link a while ago when I was still kind of sick. So do you want to explain about this? Because this is what you got.
Yeah, the Logitech TR4 by Intermax, or sorry, Lictech by Intermax. It's an AIO that works with the TR4 socket because it's the size of the heat spreader. Because if you get an Asetek AIO, the actual cold plate is smaller.
You don't have to be a.
Sorry.
So
Go
the
ahead.
first batch was horrible, and I thought they'd fix it by the second revision. Not so much. What I had heard was they were clogging up because of slag in the radiators. Was cycling through and getting stuck in the pump, etc.
Yeah.
And when Steve got his and tore it apart previously, he was saying how bad it was. So they had viewers send in 100 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
And they took them all apart, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you had the same bullshit."
Yeah, he was thinking it could be either some kind of paint coming off, or maybe shit from the O-rings or something.
I mean,
He actually had said people who are scientists actually, we'll send you the shit to test, or something like that,
yeah, because pretty much they're all gonna go bad. It's not a matter of if, it's when, basically.
Because he said he doesn't know exactly what the substance in it is,
I mean, I have one on my computer right now, but it's not 100% all the time.
Yeah.
And
well, these ones that he got was so bad they weren't even worth totally cleaning up and trying to get to work again. I mean, look how bad all that shit came off of it too,
yeah, so I mean, it's I've had this computer a year, and it's I can't even get up to my what the hell's the word I'm looking for? My RAM overclock or whatever, XMP setting. I can't even get to that. So and I'm on the Threadripper chip. It should be made for
what's
crunching
your RAM
numbers.
at now?
21 or whatever the hell the optimized default is.
Oh shit.
If I put my XMP settings in, it acts like I've overclocked something, and it eventually overheats. And if I try to restart, I have to sit and wait 5 minutes for it to cool down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it goes once in a while. It's gradually gone up to 90 degrees and has shut off, but it usually will just start acting shitty, and I'll restart, and it won't let me restart right away.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to let it cool down a little bit, actually. Just like mine tonight.
But
yeah, and he basically said at the end of the video he can't in good faith recommend this as it currently is now.
oh no, I mean, it's supposed to be the best, but it's the pump. Something's wrong with it. Something is getting fucked up and causing them all to go bad. And the only good thing it's got going for it is the cold plate's the biggest. So I need something that can handle it. So I'm eventually gonna have to make my own closed loop.
Yeah. Well, weren't you supposed to do that this Christmas?
I mean, that's what I'm gonna plan on doing. But it's just I thought I could take my time and get other shit and not have to worry about it. I wasn't planning on really overclocking. I think I ran 4.0 one time, and that was just a default setting in the BIOS. And you saw it worked for 15 minutes?
Yeah. Well, I thought you got a water cooler to do some kind of overclocking on it, right?
Well, I mean, I wanted to be able to do that if I could, but you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you had a nice. You could have just went with another Knoxville again, you know.
Yeah, they make an Oxua, but I don't want to do air if the best I can do is maybe run my XMP settings and get the same temps. Like I saw that there was a guy who built the Threadripper setup the same time I did, and he was running air, and then he put an AIO in it until he could get all the parts together to do his own closed loop, and he was, only getting a couple degrees better than he was on air. Well, if I'm doing, on air, if I'm gonna be stuck at the, optimized settings, So, I mean, I could send it back and, do the whole bullshit, RMA process and then get it back, but then I'd either have to buy an air cooler or do without a computer for however fucking long it takes.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before. Because I was gonna ask you, are you gonna get an air cooler to put in it before you?
Nah.
While you're trying to work on that shit to make your own custom thing.
Nah. I'll just buy a block. Just buy a radiator, tubes, fittings, and a pump.
Well, he did recommend that you try to get your money back on that because, I mean, you're gonna? I wouldn't just throw it away. I'd try to get something for it after you get your own loop in there, you know.
Well, I mean, luckily, like I said, it was all Christmas money, so it's not anything I was having to work to save up,
Yeah.
I don't ask for Christmas presents or gift cards. Just give me straight cash, homie.
Give me cash.
Old people like giving you cash because then they don't have to do anything. They probably have wads of it somewhere else and they just take it out of a sock drawer or whatever and say, here you go. You mean I don't have to go to Starbucks and get you some piece of plastic? All right.
Or just sway my phone here. That's what my friend pays with this phone thing because I think it's the Samsung Pay or something, or the.
Well, PayPal takes like a fee and everything. It's bullshit. See, right now,
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's the other thing. I don't know if my sensors are in the right place because in the instruction manual it said plug in the sensors here, and it didn't say drape the probe here or drape it there. No, it just said plug it in here. So I don't know if it's even in the right fucking place, but it says my CPU is at 68 degrees right now.
Yeah.
So, but my RAM is. I'll tell you. Hold on. Where the hell is that? Here we go. Hold on. No. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh wait. CPU, RAM, DRAM voltage. I don't know. Never mind. Don't give a shit.
Well, so I didn't know. So like when you overclock your RAM, that causes your CPU to be hotter.
I mean, the profile when you select XMP, for whatever reason, in my BIOS it automatically switches the CPU to an automatic overclock to try to do it on its own to balance it out. It won't let me stay at whatever the hell the setting was. And I don't want to fuck with it. I just want to click because you can set profiles in the BIOS. I can't even go to just enough to make my RAM run. Basically.
Yeah.
It's not a real I could go into Ryzen Master and set the cores to this, and I'm not gonna fucking do that. What's the point? Anyway. So what's this here about Navi?
There's just more Navi shit coming out.
Oh.
Navi 14 and 12. graphics cards coming out, 5500 and 5500M.
After all the waiting for Navi, was it worth it?
I mean, I guess supposedly they're doing decent.
I remember when the Radeon 7 cards came out and everyone was all disappointed. Now you can't even buy a Radeon 7 anymore.
Yeah.
That had a short shelf life.
Yeah, it sure did, man.
Alright, what else you got?
That's it.
That's all your stories?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I got a Soda Talk story I totally forgot about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Am I... Okay, I'm screen shared, okay. I just want to make sure I had to minimize and I couldn't see. Whoa, that's bright. Come on, CNN.
I don't give a fuck.
Hello? There it goes. And let me put it in dark mode if it lets me. So Coca-Cola Energy is coming to the United States.
What is this? What magics is this?
Coca-Cola wants Americans to give Coke Energy a shot. The beverage company will start selling 4 varieties of its energy drink: Coca-Cola Energy, Coca-Cola Energy Zero Sugar, Coca-Cola Energy Cherry, and Coca-Cola Energy Cherry Zero Sugar in the United States in mid-January.
I miss Vault, though.
Vault, really?
Yeah, you remember Vault? I liked it.
It's alright. Here's what I don't know how much energy it's gonna fucking have, but it's gonna taste like Coke, and it's gonna taste like Coke Cherry, and it's gonna have 0 sugar if you want.
Well, I mean, it's unique as, like, you never see many Cola as, like, an energy drink.
Well, they have a coffee version if you want that.
Oh, really? Huh.
We're trying to be bold with
Fucking
trialing
ad.
different flavors. It's also a test and learn for us.
Shut up. Fucking, I heard it before I saw it. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Also, you remember that Amazon thing where they presented a whole bunch of new stuff that was coming out?
Yeah.
This was the one that I found interesting. Echo frames. Did you hear about those?
I think I heard something about it. I don't know too much.
They're glasses.
That's pretty cool.
And not like how like Google Glass, the like lens is the part with the no, the side that go around your ears, they're a little bit thicker, and apparently if you talk to the assistant, I'm not gonna say the name because I don't know if my phone will pick it up or not. She'll answer you, and only you'll be able to hear her. So you're gonna look like a retard going out in public and asking questions.
So do those have, like, earplugs?
No, they look like regular glasses, but apparently the way that they operate, they go like, I don't know if it's bone conduction or what, but from what I've read, they
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, through your bone or whatever.
it
The frame.
What is it they say here? That will trigger glasses to tell whether the audio comes out of 2 little speaker holes on either side of the glasses. It said Amazon says it has an open ear direct speaker technology where only I can hear the audio, but people around me couldn't. I could hear the audio clearly, but the voice was a little muffled because of my noisy surroundings. So you can also use the Google Assistant if you want, which makes sense. I looked at them, but when they came out, they weren't like, oh, I just want to order those. No, you like basically had to do an invite thing to opt in to be able to order them, and then they were like $200 before you even get your prescription.
What?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're cutting edge fucking technology, so I like that because it gives you, an option to try stuff later, and like, because more stuff will come out after this, I'm sure. And like, I like, as cool as a watch is, I don't want to have to worry about my wrist getting fucked up. My glasses, if it's coming towards my face, I'm gonna block it anyway. And
So is this audio only? There's no displays on the glasses?
nah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's better than, asking my phone a question and putting it up to my ear all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Plus, you can wear it while you're
good.
driving, and you won't be, you
Oh, yeah.
can still see. I mean,
Oh yeah, does that come with like data or something? Can you call people with that?
I don't think so. I think it just connects to your phone, but I don't know.
Oh, so it's like, well, couldn't you theoretically make a call through your phone then somehow? Or
Just
is it,
Google the
like,
shit if you want, man. I don't fucking know. Anyway,
This is your article, motherfucker.
I saw the price and I said, that's cool. Next. Next.
So you're not gonna get them?
Oh, hell no. Cost too much. Anyway. Not unless you're going to buy them for me. Check it out. Give your desk some Mac Pro cheese grater chic with this look-alike PC case.
Yeah.
You think the Mac Pro looks nice? Yes, even if it does look like a giant cheese grater, but I don't want or need to pay $5,999 just to have it sitting on my desk.
Linus and them are doing their own version of that or something.
Yeah, with the old G5 or whatever. But if you get this Kickstarter case, it's kind of modular.
Oh, that's sweet.
Looks like that's a Threadripper board to show that an EATX board will fit in. And there's a video showing the crap that they cram into it. See, Threadripper, 1600 watt power supply. So, I mean, and theoretically, you could run, a Hackintosh in this thing, and it'll look like a Mac and actually be worth. Excuse me. It'd be worth what you would pay for a fucking Mac, and be better.
Yeah.
So, but also, I'll throw this out here real quick. You know how I'm a OnePlus fanboy now?
Yep.
Well, they have a TV that came out.
A OnePlus TV.
Yeah. So, I think it was only in India or whatever, but the first article I saw about it says, TV review. Great hardware, lackluster experience. I don't remember if they said the actual, like, the hardware is okay, but I don't know if, like, the OS might not be that great, or if it's the actual, like, how it interfaces. I don't know. I started to read
So
it.
it's another TV.
Yeah, it's a smart TV, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's even coming to the States or if it's just gonna be in India.
What is it? An TV.
I don't know if it's Android based or not. I could, well, see, Android, like, OnePlus devices use the Oxygen skin. Excuse me. I thought when I got my phone that I would have to use a different launcher, but the launcher they provide is actually very sleek and fast. So, I don't know if their launcher is the same or if it's just a skin version Android or what. But, if they
Just out of curiosity, how often do you have to start your phone because of an update?
never. Like, I actually downloaded you can upgrade it manually if you don't want to wait for the over-the-air updates. Just because it used to be you download them from the website and then install them. Someone made an app in the App Store where it'll find the latest update and install it. It'll download it and install it to your phone before the over-the-air one is pushed to your carrier or provider or whatever the fuck you got.
Yeah, my carrier with my Samsung phone they're making me do security updates all the time and restart.
Well, are you on Android 10?
No.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you got in like the beta thing or whatever. Didn't
Well, no. On my old phone I was doing the beta for Q. But my new phone I didn't sign up for any betas. I just whenever OnePlus had their, newest update that I could download and install myself. They still haven't done the over-the-air update for the 10, and they're like, "Oh, if you wait a little bit," I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that."
So how did you do it manually? Did you?
Like I said, I downloaded the app from the App Store, and all it does is download the .zip, and it downloads it for you in a smaller file. Because like if you did it before, it would be like a couple gigs. This one's like maybe 1 gig, and then you go into update and you do local update, and it finds the file and says update to this, and you go yeah, and then it restarts. The only trouble I had is it reset my some of my ringtones. So like my phone went off in my pocket, I thought it was a telemarketer, and I look at it and found out it was like my wife.
Oh, okay.
And then stuff like that. Another thing I didn't like is I don't know what caused it, but the previous version of my software on my phone, the slide down for your notifications, if you were in a call, you actually had to slowly slide down and forcefully pull your notifications down to access them, so you wouldn't accidentally hit a button. Well, now, if my phone is, if I'm talking on my phone, my ear will pull down the fucking notification and hit airplane mode while I'm talking. That's happened. Or it'll pull down my notifications and say I had a person that was doing a Twitch stream. I had a notification that they went live. I was in the middle of a call and I heard a voice, and I look at my phone and it's playing a fucking Twitch video. So...
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, another thing, I don't know, I have all the unlocks shut off, you can turn it to always unlock in your pocket, so you don't have to put in your passcode. It's just while it's on you, it's unlocked. Well, I turned that off because while I was mowing the yard, I put it in my pocket and it added shit to my cart, and
What?
it added stuff to my Amazon cart, and it went to Instagram. It opened up Instagram and commented a bunch of shit on people's posts. So I'm like, okay, turn all that off, and it still does it.
What?
Yeah, it acts like I opened it with my finger in my fucking pocket and did stuff. So I don't understand what happened.
That's not good.
No, I don't know why. It didn't
charge anything yet, did you?
Huh?
It didn't buy anything for you.
No,
yet,
it just added it to my cart. And I'm like, what the hell? My wife's like, did you add this to the cart? I go, I didn't do it on purpose, no. I was going to ask you. But yeah, in my pocket, it'll say, oh, you have to enter your PIN because it tried to read my fingerprint and it couldn't. And I'm like, well, I didn't try to use my fingerprint because it was in my pocket. So I don't understand. But I don't know, something I'm doing is not working right. Just in the latest update, I think the lawn mowing thing was a previous problem, but I kind of fixed it once I turned off some of that, always keep unlocked, which is stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, all I get is shitty security updates that don't really give me anything.
No, I've only had I updated to 10, and then last week there was one update, and I said maybe that'll fix some stuff. No, because I like to stay up to date, but only if the OnePlus released the update, so they say it's okay to use it, because it's their skin version of Android. It's not just Android 10; it's their version, which I like their software a lot. They had gestures before it went to just straight Android. So, and I use my old phone for music when I'm at work, so I don't drain my battery. And going back to have to use the old, I'm like, oh fuck, I hate these. This thing is no, I don't like it. Also, check this article out, so we can fucking move on. Intel versus AMD. Which CPU is better for cookie pancakes? About that ad blocker, fuck you. I'll continue with ad blocker. You eat a dick. Cooking pancakes with the high-end desktop way. Don't try this at home. So they put a little pan on top of the CPU. Let's see here. Oh, Ryzen 9 or what's the other one? I'm assuming the... Well, that's Threadripper right there. I'm assuming it was the 99 or i9 or whatever. Let's see.
Yeah.
Threadripper pancake. Didn't fare nearly as well. Huh. Who boy put syrup on it? Anyway, all Threadripper managed in the same 18 minutes was a gooey miss. But yeah, it's a short article there. I just thought it was funny.
So it really didn't do the pancake that good.
Nah. You can read the description better. I'll just, I just felt like this is a cute little article. I want to show it. By the way, paste. Did you see, I know Disney Plus is coming. It's coming on my wife's birthday, so I'm looking forward to that. But Apple's TV thing, their subscription-based bullshit, it launches. And apparently if you have an Apple device, it's free for a year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you have an Apple device. My wife's got a newer iPhone. I don't know if, I think they said if you bought it by September, which I think that's when she bought it. I'll have to ask her. They have some new shows that are their exclusives. I've seen a couple commercials. But I don't know. Snoopy in space, so Snoopy's getting his own Apple thing. Oprah's book club. But since we're talking about TV stuff, wait for it. Roku adds interactive pop-up ads to over-the-air TV and cable TV on Roku TVs. Last week, Roku started to roll out its OS 9.2 update to Roku TVs. As we expected, there were some unannounced changes in the updates. One of these changes included the addition of interactive pop-up ads. No thanks. When you watch your antenna or watching cable TV using Roku TVs. Yesterday, Cord Cutters News spotted the first of these ads. When watching Fox with a Roku TV running Roku OS 9.2, a Geico ad came up on the TV as a pop-up promoting Ghost Town on the Roku channel sponsored by Geico. So yeah, see a Ghost Town Roku thing popped up as it was a commercial. So I guess since it's sponsored by Geico, they go, oh yeah, this is a Geico commercial. Check out our thing.
Yeah.
So they see it as a companion, I guess. Privacy settings, you can turn these ads off, but it also turns off the more ways to watch feature. So
You can. I'm sorry, you're kind of like roboting.
I said it is very... No. You can turn the shit off, but it turns off other things. I guess the way that this works is like the more ways to watch. If you see something that's like, hey, you can watch this on the Roku channel. It's like, hey, you can watch a movie that's brought to you by the same company. See, look at that. Happy Geico Ween, Happy Geico. it's targeted, and I kind of feel dirty.
Yeah.
Also, please hold. I have a little FCC news here. Look at fucking dipshit. Court rules
At least
FCC.
he's covering a lot of his face.
Hmm?
At least he's covering some of his face.
Yeah. Court rules FCC can't block state net neutrality laws. It did uphold the FCC's net neutrality repeal, however. So remember, basically, when they repealed net neutrality as a whole, they said, okay, you can do that, but they're trying to take back, the states try to set their own net neutrality rules, say, okay, we don't want you to affect our rules. And they said, oh no, we're over you. And the courts said, no, you're not. So that's a small win, but there is they still say that they get the final say so. So it's still a small loss. Yeah, we were talking about Fallout 76 and Fallout First. And I said I had an article that was like, coming next week. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So like the next chapter of DLC is not going to be till 2020, which sucks, but I mean, when it first was announced, people were like, "Oh man," but they understand because you want to get it right, so you don't want to rush it, because if you rush it, it's going to be half done and suck. But then the thing they think that Fallout First was supposed to get launched with Wastelanders, which is the name of the expansion, and Wastelanders isn't launching, so now you just got a service popping up all by its lonesome. And in the video that I posted earlier, that kind of made some people, rubs people the wrong way. But fuck you, they gotta, they've been working on it for so long. There's no reason to hold it back. Let's go ahead and make some money, because I mean, that's gonna possibly help their DLC have some more money coming in.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Okay, Rage.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Now, I'm surprised you didn't have this story. Floyd was actually the one who showed it to me. When they did Fallout First, they didn't register the URL. So, a pissed off fan took it and made a satire of it. Basically, using what looks like actual material, but like worded. If you actually read it, you're like, oh, instead of Fallout First membership, it's Fallout Fuck You First membership. And if you read it and you're bitter about it, you'll get a chuckle out of it. I'm not that bitter. And it's sad that this happened, because up until this point, this is the cutest little story I had about Fallout. Right here. Players are recreating famous album covers in Fallout 76. If it'll let me scroll. Yeah, see? Well, I guess he made a Twitter post about him. Come on, why can't I scroll? Fleetwood Mac.
What's your CPU usage at, by the way?
Hold on. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. %. Memory's at 28%. Well, now CPU's down to 16. GPU's the highest at like 50.
Really?
Yeah.
That's maybe because of OBS. I don't know.
But I mean, yeah. It's not. I don't know. Network's only 5%. So I don't know why everything's all buggy. I don't know if I need to get a bigger chip or whatever, because everything's being fucky. But anyway, so I have one more story. Hold, please. Why thousands are watching the decay of a decade-old McDonald's burger. The burger is on display.
Yeah, Howard Stern, they did that for a while. They had a hamburger for a couple years.
The burger is on display like a work of art inside a glass case. So basically, the McDonald's in Iceland, they had several locations, and then they shut down because there was what did they say? There was a financial problem in Iceland. So this guy decided to buy a burger and fries, and he kept them in his garage for a while, and then he donated them to a museum for a little bit. And then they were at a hotel apparently, and now they're at a museum, or not art museum. Was it art place? Where the hell is it? Yeah, he said they were kept him in his garage, but then lent to the National Museum of Iceland after it was moved to the hotel in capital Reykjavik for a while. Now the burger is on display like a work of art inside a glass case at Snatra House, a hostel in southern Iceland. He said people from around the world come here just to visit the burger, or one of the establishment said. The hotel claims it receives up to 400,000 hits a day. So, and I think the article, might have been another article, but they go into why, like, supposedly, their burgers don't decay, and McDonald's like, oh no, they do, just like anything else, and they're like, I think there was a lady that used to carry around one in a lunchbox that was like 10 years old, and when she tried to travel somewhere on a plane, they made her throw it away. I mean, they're like, oh, it'll decay like any, normal thing. And he's like, no. Actually, and it's like, yeah, it's not food. It's not real food at all. But boy, it tastes good.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Is it doesn't just make you fat. It's actually probably toxic to your body.
Oh, it's just like in Fallout, they got perfectly preserved pie from a vending machine, and the guy's like, I wouldn't eat that if I were you. Anything that could stay perfectly preserved for 200 years has probably got something wrong with it.
Play-Doh.
Right? Coca-Cola, they're still finding glass bottles with cola in the desert that are 200 years old. I'm sure they taste great. So,
Hey, it's vintage.
right.
It's like a fine wine.
Well, there we go. Oh, I'm still screen sharing. Fuck. Turn that shit off. Okay. So anyway, turn that dark theme off now. So I'm going to turn the dark theme off now. There we go. Well, thank you for coming on, Ian.
Yeah, thanks for having me on your show, Frank.
Thanks for putting up with this.
These
little hiccups, trying to get something.
Yeah, I might try to I might try to dick around with it again next week to see if I get it to do what you did
I don't know.
with the window or the device or display capture or whatever.
Well, it'd be easier for
I
you
can try
because you
that.
have all landscape monitors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you could full screen something and then full screen somewhere else, and then I got two that are basically, if there's not text sitting there, then I'm kind of up a creek. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad came back on the show, you know.
it was fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Did you get a bunch of gaming done when I was gone?
Nah,
No.
not a whole bunch. I did 2 hours of Outer Worlds, and I want to play some more.
Sweet.
So, anyway, well, thank you guys for joining us. If you did, if not, whatever. We do this even if no one's watching. So, go ahead and play the outro there, Ian.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. If you did, like you said. I gotta find it. Where is it? I can't find it.
Push the button, Ian.
It's so hard coming back to this.
Cut out. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Okay.